Welcome to this video lecture series on transportation engineering. In this session, we shall discuss on the types of pavements. The pavements, they are classified as the flexible pavements and the rigid pavements. Flexible pavements are the types of pavements which undergo elastic deformation under the influence of the loading from the moving vehicles or the stationary vehicles. And the top surface of these pavements, they take the shape of the subsurface under the influence of these loads. Certain examples of the flexible pavements are the earthen roads, the gravel roads, the waterborne macadam roads, and the bituminous roads. Whereas rigid pavements are those pavements which are more stiff and thick, and under the influence of the heavy load, they don't intend to have the elastic deformation and rather can deform permanently or cause cracking in certain cases. The example of the rigid pavement is the concrete road. Now the classification of road depending on the weather condition. First is the all-weather road. All-weather roads are the negotiable roads during all the weather except at the major river crossings where the interruption of the traffic is permissible to a certain extent. That means these roads, they are open for traffic movement throughout the year, whereas the fair weather roads are the types of roads in which the traffic is interrupted under the high floods at the river or a nala crossing on the low level causeways or the bridges. Majorly in the rainy season, these types of roads, they are interrupted due to the high flood conditions. Next, depending on the types of road pavement. The pavements which are provided with the hard surface, which can be at least the waterborne macadam, are termed as the paved roads, whereas the pavements which are not covered at least with the waterborne macadam and above the gravel roads, they are called as the unpaved roads. Next, depending on the type of surfaces, the roads or the pavements which are covered with the bituminous or the concrete surfacing, which are also called as the BT or the black topped or the flexible surface, and the concrete surface which is also called as the rigid pavement or the white top surface, are called as the surface roads, whereas the roads which are neither covered with bitumen or concrete surfacing at the top are termed as the unsurfaced roads. Now, the classification of roads according to the traffic. As you can see from the table, the roads are termed as very heavy traffic roads if the vehicle movement per day is above 600 vehicles per day. Second, heavy traffic road are the roads on which the vehicle movement per day is in the range of 251 to 600 vehicles. Next is the medium traffic road with the vehicle movement per day in the range of 70 to 250 vehicles. And lastly, the light traffic road where the movement of the vehicles per day is below 70. Next, according to the transport tonnage. Here, the vehicles, they are classified as very heavy traffic road when the vehicle movement per day is above 1524. Next is the heavy traffic road when the vehicle movement per day is in the range of 1017 to 1524 vehicles per day, then the type of road is termed as a heavy traffic road. Third is the medium traffic road when the vehicle movement is 508 to 1017 vehicles per day, then they are termed as the medium traffic road. And lastly, the light traffic road when the vehicle movement per day is below 508 vehicles per day. Next, according to the Nagpur road plan, The Nagpur road plan has briefly classified the road into five types. The first is the National Highway, abbreviated as NH, and these are the primary road system running through the breadth and length of India, connecting the foreign highways, the capitals, then the sport, industrial, and tourist centers, and they are the defense movement roads which are uninterrupted road networks. Certain examples of the national highways are NH1 connecting Delhi, Ambala, and Amritsar. Next, NH1A connecting Jalandhar, Srinagar, and Uri, and NH4 connecting Pune and Bengaluru. The next type is the state highway, abbreviated as SH. These are the secondary road systems which are the arterial roads of a state connecting up to a national highway of the adjacent state, the district headquarters, and the important cities. Third type is the major district road or the MDR. These are the secondary road system within the district and connecting the adjoining highways in the district. The vehicles move at a lower speed and the geometric design specification of the major district road are less than the national highway and the state highway. Next is the other district road. These are the tertiary road system which are serving the rural areas for transportation of men and material to the marketplaces, connecting the taluka headquarters, the block development headquarters, or other main roads. Lastly are the village roads. These are the tertiary road systems connecting villages or a group of villages with each other and to the nearest road of the higher category. That might be a other district road, a major district road, or the state highway or a national highway. With this, we shall stop for this session. Thank you.